A one-woman's quest to end gender-based violence has seen her become the first South African woman to have summited Mount Manaslu in Nepal. Angela Yeung, who is also the founder of the Impilo Collection Foundation, achieved 8,136 meters to highlight the scourge of gender-based violence, including channeling funds towards an educational sanctuary that will empower and uplift young women who have faced the brunt of GBV. Angela Yeung joins us in studio now to tell us a little bit about this expedition. Angela, welcome.
Thank you.
Gosh, so this is this summit that we're talking about. Talk to me about this. So this is in Nepal. It's not Everest.
It's not Everest, yeah.
Okay, this is completely different.
Yes.
Talk to me about it.
It was very challenging and scary at the same time. We actually went there to the community. I gave 40 kilos of clothes before I climbed.
Yeah.
And to me, it's just to give back to them and tell them, we're not here just to climb your mountain. We're here to give back.
Yeah.
At the same time, I bought hundreds of bras and laid them out at the base camp. And people were, it's taboo, you know, seeing bras hanging out there at the base camp. So a lot of people ask me, why are you climbing? So I mean, for us as South African, we actually have such a big mountain to climb. So we're climbing a mountain for a mountain.
Amazing. So, I mean, when we talk about the first South African woman to have summited Mount, I love the name, Manaslu. In fact, my surname with a Lu on the end. I mean, it's quite interesting. What made you want to climb specifically Manaslu?
Most people climb Manaslu to prepare for Everest. So this is actually a true summit. I'm not the first person who summited Mount Manaslu from South Africa, but it's a true summit. Because all these years, people think that was a summit. But after they flew the drone around and they realized, actually, that's not the real summit.
Yeah.
That is a true summit. So Mingma G. Sherpa, he found out, okay, so we're actually going to summit this. It's going to be 8,163 meters.
Wow. And what is Everest? Just remind me.
8848.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So you're basically there.
Yeah.
I mean, but although we do know that 300-meter difference is...
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference in the long and short of it. How was it? I mean, this is not easy. I mean, this is 3 weeks of walking through freezing terrain. You have... Obviously, this is your oxygen mask as well.
Yes.
So what was the experience like?
It was actually scary, like I said. You know, when you go through all the steps, like those stairs, it's actually, you can see through the crevasse, and anytime you can actually fall.
Yeah.
And it's just, you have to be so focused every single step, just to make sure, and knowing your why. And I know my why. I was there and climbing for our country and planting that flag on top of that. And especially my summer flag and my summer suit, it's made out of the South African flag. So it was really special. Everybody would see it and they asked me, is this South Africa? Yeah. You know, it was really special.
So, I mean, I know in your other life and career, you do jewelry designing.
Yes.
And, I mean, obviously, the designing of the whole outfit and the whole look, I mean, this was all planned. Like, you can see that this is something that you've been working on for a very, very long time. But obviously, it's to highlight causes, but why climbing mountains? I mean, what's sort of in it? I know you also did Kilimanjaro. So is that where it all started?
Yes, where it started. I think going back to 2017, that was the first time I met my biological mother. And I think going through all this difficult time, I can relate to some of the girls' problems. And also that's the time, 2018, 2019, I was invited by Track for Mandela for caring for girls, to climb for girls that cannot afford sanitary pad. So I think for me, it was the right timing to give back. And 2020, I see people were suffering, and we started a food drive by calling out on social media, my friends and family. We collected 10 tons of food and gave to gender-based violence shelter, OH home, orphanage, And afterward, we actually received 1 ton of sanitary pad, and we gave out to HIV positive home and disabled home. And one of the girls actually come up to me and says to me, Angela, next time, can you please bring us some bras?
Oh, wow.
And I realized they're actually not wearing a bra. And we did a research. There was 2,700 women die from gender-based violence that year. And perpetrators see that as an invitation of sexual attention. And at the beginning, we were going to only collect 2,700 bras. We came back with 6,200 bras.
That's amazing.
And we laid them out on the Constitutional Hill.
Yeah.
And it was like 6,200 women telling you, please stop this.
Yeah.
And we gave out, we washed them, packed them, labeled them, and separate all the sizes, and we gave out to 3,100 women in our country. At the same time, that's why I decided to climb 6,200 meters in Island Peak in Himalaya last year. That's how I started for the next step.
Yeah.
And yeah, to climb a mountain for a mountain.
Amazing. So you started, Kelly, then you went to the next height, and now, I mean, this is crazy, going up to the 8,100, and I don't want to leave out 163 and 63, because it means a lot. In mountaineering tips, 63 meters. It may sound like nothing here, but on a mountain, it's a good hour to get those 63 meters. But I mean, in terms of obviously, you know, getting the bras and finding sponsors and all of that, is that more kind of what it's all about? Because, I mean, raising funds and the money side of it, climbing mountains is an expensive thing. This isn't cheap at all. So is it more about raising the awareness and trying to find sponsors along the way?
Yes, raising awareness is so important. Like I said, when I lay out the bra at the base camp, we have 339 climbers around the world. It was 48 countries around the world was climbing. Imagine everybody sees that bra. It's taboo for them to start asking questions. Why are they also climbing? So they see people are climbing for their country, for what they are suffering for, and we're there to overcome this as well. Yeah.
So talk to me about the Empower Her campaign, because obviously this is what it's all about. It's helping people with gender-based violence, that are going through gender-based violence. And I mean, South Africa having one of, if not the highest rate in the world, which is a very sad reality for many women, waking up every single day into an abusive relationship with nowhere to turn and nowhere to go. Talk to me about this and the campaign and how it helps these women, obviously giving, you know, bras and clothes and things like that, but how else does it sort of assist in this?
I think we just evolved from giving out the bras and seeing them, they were suffering. Some of the children from the victim are in the container the whole day playing with 3 pieces of puzzle, and they're sitting there the whole day. So to us, it's more like, instead of giving them the piece of fish, is actually teaching them how to fish, and raising fund for educational center from one of the home called in Katlehong. We wanted to just giving them the education, be able to put up a library there, and they'll be able to go there and read some books instead of just playing with the puzzles.
Has that been done? Have you managed to set that up?
Yeah, we actually go there quite often and start communicating. And you can't just go in and start something. You have to communicate. And it's an evolved process that we are doing right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, what's the next summit? Where are we going next? I mean, I know it's only when did you get back? A week ago?
Yes.
Okay, so already I'm asking you the next one. Because it is kind of like you sort of, it's something that you get used to, these highs of hitting these levels.
So I think, because I was actually rescued from Camp 2.
What happened? Tell me, what went wrong? You said you encountered an injury on the way down.
Yes, it's from Camp 4. When we get down, the snow floor was actually on my face, and you can't really see much. All you see yourself is your boot. And when I descend, I can feel the rope was so icy. I couldn't get hold. I couldn't even grab on it. And I just fell from Camp 4, and I have to force myself for another 8 to 10 hours to climb down to Camp 2, and the insurance company actually refused to send a heli to come and rescue me. And we actually, the operator company, has to send a heli to come and rescue me the next day. And because my ankle was so swollen, I couldn't even fit into my boots anymore.
Oh my gosh! So yeah, there's no way of you getting down. So, I mean, you made it. You're here. You achieved the awareness and the goal that you set out to achieve, which is absolutely amazing. So, I mean, this is. I suppose, I mean, when you look at the likes of Sarah Khumalo, who was the first black woman to summit Mount Everest, I imagine these are the kind of women that you look up to and say, you know, this is possible. This is massively possible. It's not easy because it takes hundreds of hours of preparation and dedication, and you ignore the rest of your life, basically,
just
to
focus
achieve
on
this.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything, from training, packing, everything that you build up on that time to climb this mountain.
Yeah.
It is from physical, emotional, be able to get there.
Yeah, well, you did it. Congratulations. I think you can be very, very proud of yourself for this achievement. And I'll give you a month, and then I'll ask you what's next. Let's let you heal and get over it.
I think that would be best.
I think it's best. And yeah, congratulations for this. So that was Angela Yeung, who's the founder of the Impilo Collection Foundation, talking to us about reaching Mount Manaslu's 8,136-meter summit. And all of this to raise awareness for gender-based violence and, of course, raising funds for her organization as well. So, Angela, congratulations. Well done to you. So nice of you to come and visit us as well.